For a game that started off as that other announced Street Fighter game, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix has certainly won over its fair share of fans. Pairing the classic tournament-tested system of Super Turbo with the high-res trimmings of today seems like a 1-2 punch that can't be beat. But does this cross-up hit the mark? Redrawn and refined, HD Remix strives to deliver the definitive version of Super Turbo from a fighting game savant's point of view. In modes, the game aims straight and sure with 3 options: arcade, training, and multiplayer. It doesn't necessarily impress with its bare-bones approach, but with new endings, viewable hitboxes, dip switch controls, and slick multiplayer implementation, HD Remix hits all the right spots for dedicated Street Fighter fans. Online mode, in particular, satisfies a lot of the lingering wish lists pent up over the years. Arcade-style spectator rooms are now a reality, 8-man tournaments are up and running within minutes, and leaderboards keep track of all the head honchos running the scene. With the exception of a quarter rack, online multiplayer is about as complete as it can get, mimicking the sounds and smells of the arcade. Though niceties like combo practice, a more fleshed-out tutorial feature, and extras leave us hankering for more, it would have merely been icing on an already impressive distillation of the classic Street Fighter experience. First things first, this ain't your pappy Street Fighter 2. Obvious facelift aside, HD Remix's gameplay has received a total scouring from the top down, based upon input from world-renowned tournament pros. For the sake of balance, nearly every move in the game has undergone scrutiny in some form. Priorities are altered, damage is scaled, and even entire input commands are changed for ease of use. Streamlining the wetworks is definitely the order of the day, but even though the game is meant to be enjoyed by all walks of life, it hasn't forgotten about its ardent fanbase. HD Remix is first and foremost a competitive tournament game, and it definitely shows when it comes to the nitty-gritty. From Ryu's new Hadouken pump fake to the wider trajectory on Guile's flash kick, tender loving care is apparent in the retooling of each character's movesets. Even moves previously thought to be useless are now effective, and every character has a chance to compete. These tweaks do create a more level playing field between character tiers, but don't expect Balrog to fall off top anytime soon.
Balrog, win!
The seats of power haven't exactly played musical chairs, but the gap is much smaller. With a little bit of elbow grease, even former bottom dwellers like Zangief can become a ringer. As for the online play, your mileage will always vary, but the fan-made netcode employed in HD Remix is one of the best in the business. With a fair connection, games are nearly indecipherable from local couch-offs. And that's a pretty tall order given Super Turbo's penchant for finicky reversal windows. There's the occasional disconnect or desync, but for the definitive online fighting experience, you'll do no better than HD Remix. So the question arises, just how HD is HD? As the main centerpiece of the game, the new high-definition graphics are a bit of a mixed bag. The quality between character sprites ranges from serviceable to good, while the background's 2-frame animations are disappointing at best. It doesn't quite stack up to the cleanliness of Guilty Gear or the smoothness of Third Strike, but the overall visual fidelity remains crisp and clean throughout. On top of the new sprites, HD Remix benefits from a widescreen presentation and pixel-perfect hitboxes identical to Super Turbo's original proportions. These features are fairly transparent on paper, but much appreciated to those looking to play some genuine Super Turbo on their HD TVs. Rounding out the transformation is a soundtrack of remixed renditions of classic Capcom tunes, courtesy of OC Remix. For a game marketed to the fans, it only seems right that its eclectic soundtrack should be made by the fans. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix is a game long in name, short on modes, but overwhelmingly high on quality and replay value. It comes up a bit short on some counts, but fans will definitely not be disappointed with the end result. If you're looking for a well-balanced online fighter with plenty of competitors, this is your best bet.
Balrog, win!